Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now today guys, we have gone and got another little greenhouse, but this time we've gone for one that's even smaller than the other one we had. Those of you that follow my channel will know that we have a big large polytunnel that we have here that houses the majority of our cacti and succulents, as you can see. And we have quite a few then also out in the yard. And because we've had a lot of rain this year, we went and got a small little greenhouse to house a lot of the cereus type of cacti and to give us a bit more room for the seedlings as well, to keep the rain off, because normally we have these out in the yard, but it's been very wet. But sadly we've still got some more here that couldn't fit into the little greenhouse. I'll just show you the ones we've got here. So these have got pretty soaked, and also because the weather has been, it's a lovely day today, but the weather has been so wet. We've had such a wet summer that we've had to put a lot of the ones, these would normally all be in the yard, into this greenhouse. And we want to keep the main big polytunnel that we've got pretty empty, so we can walk in there and work in there and sit there if you want to have dinner and things like that, and for people coming around to have a look. But this one is getting maxed out here, and there's still these getting, as you can see, soaking wet with the rain. And although this time of year cacti can take plenty of rain when they're actively growing, but they still like to dry out in between waterings, even in the summer. So it's a lovely day today, but we know this has been a one-off. The weather has been so wet. We've had a really wet summer, guys. So that's why we've gone out and got another a little greenhouse here. As you see, there's lots of plants in the windows too. And the reason why we've gone for a little small greenhouse is because of space. If we had more space, we would have got another one of these, this size, because it would be great. But we haven't got the space, so we've gone for a little small one that we're going to be putting in this corner here. And then we're going to be putting the ones that we've got outside here, and also some more in there, into there. So it's going to give us a lot more space. And look at this, guys. I'm just going to show you that. That's my cereus. 3 big buds. So that's going to be blooming lovely, big juicy buds. That's going to be blooming lovely later. And doesn't it look like a little alien? Almost sort of half dog, half cactus. Isn't it weird? And a big thank you to Hansi, my wonderful fiance, who's behind the camera filming. We're going to actually be doing this together, putting up the greenhouse, or Hansi's I should say. And if you're not familiar with Hansi's channel, do go over and subscribe. Family of Cacti and Other Beauties, links up above. And because it's going to be a long video, if we show you the whole process of setting this up, like we've done with the other video where we did this little greenhouse and the polytunnel, and we've got a lot to do today. This is just an introduction now to say we've got another little small greenhouse to go alongside the polytunnel and the other greenhouse to house the rest of the ones that are outdoors, the tall ones. And I'm going to show you what this looks like when it's up and when we've got the cacti put away in there. So here we go guys, let's get going, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour when it's all done. Now there you go guys, that's the little greenhouse all put up there, and as you can see, a nice little one. We've took the shelves out because we're going to be putting the tall cacti in there where the shelves are, and we just got to work out a little bit of way of stabilising the bottom so it doesn't blow away. And a lot of these then, the extras in here, can then go into there, and also the little ones we've got in the yard. And as I say, that's our big polytunnel there that hosts the majority of our cacti and succulent collection. So it's good to have these additional 2 little greenhouses here just for the summer months, and then obviously they'll be coming down for the winter months where we overwinter the majority of them inside the polytunnel with the heater, and also in the spare rooms in the house. So that's it, all done up. And this little greenhouse here is one we got from a catalogue company here, catalogue shop called Argus, that's quite common in the UK and Ireland. And great, I have to say, because this one was also from there. Great, it's lasted quite well. We tie it to support it. We've got sandbags as well to stop the wind from blowing them away, because that's the only trouble with these. They're very flimsy in that way, so you need to really get some type of support for them. As in this case, as you can see, we have the sandbags on with the flaps to tie it down there. And then the big polytunnel was by a company called Feel Good UK, and that's, we have all the sandbags going all the way around there because that secures it down. So it's important if you're having one of these polytunnels as well, because they are more like really glorified tents. And we use this one more for the plants, and it have to say it's been very good. Metal frame all inside, so it's very, very solid. It will not blow away, but it is wobbly without the support of the sandbag. So I highly recommend, if you're having one of these type of polytunnels to house your collection, do get sandbags to put down onto them for extra support. And we also have inside as well big bowls at the back that we fill up with water, that we also tie here there, so to stabilize so it doesn't wobble in winds. And then you're pretty much okay if you can do that. Now, as I said, that's the little greenhouse, and now we have 3 greenhouses in our little backyard. The big main polytunnel and the 2 little greenhouses here. So I say that's it all up. I'm going to show you what it looks like then when we put some of the cacti in there. It's going to free this bit of space in here for us, and also means we can put some of the ones in the yard that are getting soaked to the skin, or should I say soaked to the stems with rain, and it's going to be much better for them. Now, what we've done here, or Hans has done I should say, a good little invention, because obviously this polytunnel is only small for sandbags. We've got a couple of plastic bags there that we normally use for lining the bin, filled them with sand and got them in each corner. So this means if we get any wind, it's going to stop it from blowing away. And as I mentioned earlier, just a little tip, when you have these little greenhouses here, and even with our large polytunnel, the sandbags have been a blessing for keeping it stabilised. So that is a must with these type of, because they are very flimsy. Our polytunnel is a very solid metal frame, but it's still flimsy enough compared to a proper greenhouse. So that's a good tip there. It just helps to keep it supported, and if you get any winds, it keeps it nice and sturdy. Now that's the little greenhouse all filled up now. As you can see, we've put some extra plants in there, giving us so much more space. And as I say, these were all out in the yard enjoying the fresh air, but because it has been so wet, really wet summer here in Ireland, we've had to get this 3rd little greenhouse here to protect all the other ones. But it's great because it's given us a lot more growing space too. And as I say, we rent where we live, so we're going to be moving on in the future to somewhere where we have a bit of a bigger premises for the lot of the plants, and get a proper greenhouse. And this is the second little one there, and this is our, excuse the washing guys, this is our large big polytunnel that houses the majority of our collection. As I say, just a bit of a video vlog there, just to say we've got another little greenhouse. So we've got 3 of all different sizes. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow cacti and succulents, if you're new to the hobby, do check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com, and hover your the mouse over the growing tips. There'll be a drop down bar, and it will show you different sections on there on how to care for your cacti and succulents. And there you go, guys. There we go. It's certainly a challenge growing these plants in this climate, but that's a part of it that makes it so much fun. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until the next video, bye.